Welcome back. We continue with PowerPoint. So we talked of a presentation. Suppose we want to present. How do we prepare such kind of a presentation? So we have already a view of Microsoft PowerPoint. So when you have been given a topic, let's say they want us to present on poverty. So we need to go out there and research, come up with a point based on poverty. They might want you to present maybe on the causes of HIV. So if they want us to present on HIV and HIV as a topic, as a subtopic, which is the causes, we want to go out and find answers on the causes of HIV. So we assume that the answers are here. It is now time to prepare our presentation. So in Microsoft PowerPoint, if you want to type in anything, you need what you call a text box. You cannot type any information or any data without a text box. So if you check here where it is written, click to add title, click to add subtitle. Around you're able to see some dotted lines in form of a box. This is what we call a text box. So if you want, you can click on it, then you backspace to remove it. You also click on the other one, then backspace. So make sure that you click on the dotted lines, then backspace to remove everything. So now we have a blank slide. This is what we call a slide. This is movable. It is able to move when you are presenting. So now we have this part which is very blank. We cannot type anything without a text box. So for us to start preparing our presentation, we will need a text box. So there, go up there, you will see a letter A with some lines. This is the symbol for text box. So what you do is click on it, then this symbol will come when you just move down the page. Then you command and drag to draw the box. So this is what you call a text box. So since we are told to come up with a topic called poverty, in this box now we'll be able to type in poverty. So get your keyboard and type the word poverty. So you have typed poverty. If you want to put it in capital letters, you have the change case here. You command on it. Then from there you choose uppercase. So basically we might be able to change that. So you can just highlight everything, then uppercase, and we're all going to change to capital letters. Then you can center it. You command on the center button and it will be centered. But remember, we are told to research on causes. So again, you need to get a text box and draw it below. This is our text box. We can even pull it up a bit so that we have that reasonable space in between the word the two words. Now we are going to type in causes of HIV. So causes of HIV. Again, we do the same. We highlight this part and change it to capital letter, then we center it. So now we have researched and we have found the causes of HIV. In PowerPoint, we don't write essays. We write every information that you are going to find point form. So I'm going to use now the same box for the causes. If you want, you can even underline, you can put it in bold. It's up to you. You can even change the handwriting there to whatever handwriting you want to use. So we are able to prepare that beautiful. Then we have that information. Then we'll be able to press what? Enter to create space. So in this case now, we are told to write in point form. What is the cause? The causes of HIV. And the first point in this case, we are saying using sharp instruments. So we are saying using sharp instruments. That is our first point. Our second point will be maybe having having unprotected sex, protected sex with someone who is infected. So we assume that these are the points that we came up with. We are free to change the handwriting. We can put it to any of our handwriting that we can change the size. So we need size 12. Then we'll be able to change that. The line spacing, we'll be able to change maybe to 1.5 so that we're able to do it properly. So we have the points and we have typed our points in this slide. So if you have so many points, you can still continue writing them down. But for now, we just have 2 points and you have indicated. So you are coming up with information that is needed by people. So when you prepare information like this one, people will be able to see it on the screen. Your job is just to explain to them, make them understand. When you say using sharp instrument, what do you mean? So people need to understand what you mean by having unprotected sex. So basically, we are coming up with points that we are going to be giving to the people who are waiting for it. So we have come up with these as the points for our presentation. Now suppose you have filled up all this space. How do you come up with points? So what you do is you go up there on the ribbon and check where it is written new slide. You command on the down arrow and command blank. So like that you have opened another slide. So you can continue again typing on the second slide. Remember, typing requires a text box. If you want to come up with a shape, you are free to come up with any shape that you want to make. So we can even design whatever that is needed to be designed. So in this case, I have a circle that I have included on my slide. I'll be able to do whatever I want with this kind of a box, a circle. So we are able to do everything just as we did in Microsoft Word. So like that, we have now how many slides? 2 slides. So basically, this is how we come up with the presentations. First thing first, go out there, research, come up with points. Now use this as your board to write your points. Then once you are done with that, you might want to insert something again. Maybe it is a picture. If you are talking about poverty, you might want to include pictures that are showing people who are really suffering. So you might want to come up with some pictures. So if you want to insert a picture, just command on the picture. You wait for it to load. It will take you to a place where you have been saving or putting the pictures in a computer program. So as you can see, it is scanning. We just wait a bit for it and it has launched our programs. So where do you save your pictures? So if it is desktop, you go on the desktop. You'll be able to check the files from the desktop. In this case, maybe it is in the IDs. So if this is the poverty, the picture which is showing people who are suffering, we insert and we are going to include it on our presentation. So remember, if you have pictures, you can still attach them. So we have so many tools that can be used on this kind of representation. So when people just see a picture, they'll be able to tell that these people are suffering, and in this area they might be able to need help. So we come up with a presentation of that nature by researching. What you'll be doing here with PowerPoint, just writing your points, your findings, what you have found is what you're going to write. Then with a projector, with a power projector, you'll be able to present now this work to the audience. So this is how we insert. All these tools, you can use them. If you want to insert tables, you can insert tables. If you want to take a screenshot, photo album, it will depend on the type of a program you're using. So I'm using Microsoft Office 2010. If you're using 2007, you might not be able to find some of the tools we have here. So the shapes, the smart art, the chart, the hyperlink and action, the text box, the header footer, word art, date times, slide number, object, equation, symbol, video and audio. So all these tools, if you want to insert a video, you can insert a video. Maybe after a presentation, people need to watch maybe a certain movie. If there will be a break, you might want to put a song so that when there is a break, people are able to listen to a song. So all these tools, you are free to use them. Remember, most of the tools here we talked about them in Microsoft Word, so no wonder I am skipping some of them. Then we have another tab which is called the design. In the design tab, this is where we get to change the backgrounds. So if I click on this one, the background automatically is going to do a change to change. So just give it some time to load, and it has launched. So I've changed the background. This is the type of background I want to use. When you command on any of these themes, automatically all the slides that you're going to come up with are going to bear the same background. There might be some colors of nature. So in this case, slide 1 and 2, they have a blue background and white. So if I want to change, I can get this one, and I'm going to follow exactly the same. There are so many. From here you can choose any theme that you want. So get any theme of your choice and you are good to go. If you don't want to use these guys, we have the color changes here, the type of colors you want to be using, the group of colors. So you'll be able to change from that point. Then the fonts, you're able to change the fonts. Then you have also the effects. So we are using office effects. Then from there you might want to use the background styles if you don't want to use the themes that are on top there. Then we have these colors. Again, if you're not interested in these colors, what do? You go on the format background, then you choose the styles here. So you are saying there's picture collections here, we have picture color, artistic effects. So if you have those effects active, you might be able to use them, but for now you're going to use the fill. Then if you want to use the solid, use the solid. If you want to use gradient, you can use gradient. So we have all these guys that can be used. If you want to use the picture, you can use the picture, and you are able to see what is coming up there. Then if you want to use the pattern, you might be able to use the pattern. So all these you might be able to use them. So if it's the gradient, you might be able to use the gradient. So it will depend on the type of color you want to use. So if you want to use yellow, you want to use green, it's up to you. You can do that. Even all these guys, you're able to change them. So you can change the color. Maybe there if you want to put blue, put blue. Then you command on that same color and see the mixture there. So we have all these the presets. You can use also these ones. So if I want, I can command on this one, and this is what is going to come around. So we have all these backgrounds that can be used. So now when you command apply to all, you are going to find that all these slides are going to bear the same background. For the background styles, if you put a background on the first slide, it doesn't mean it's going to affect all these, unless if they are the themes. For the background style, you can put the background on just one slide. So in this case, if I just want to put this blue color around on the first slide, I'm not able to apply. I'll command apply to all. I'll just command there and apply close, because I do not want to put this blue color throughout the slides. So like that, I have changed the designs. I've shown you how to insert and how to use these tools. We know them already. So we have done the insert, the design. So now what is the remaining is the transitions, animations, that show, review, view, and the developer. So this is how we put designs. Remember, if you want to open a new slide, I said to go on the new slide area, or you can use the slide tab this side. You command there and command option, then you say new slide. Again, you'll be able to find another slide with some presets. So if I want to insert a chart, I'll just command on the chart, that same one, to take me directly over to the charts. If it's a pie chart I want to use, I'll get a pie chart. Automatically, it will also bring a spreadsheet where I will be able to type in information. So it is loading. It's a little bit slow. So this is what we call a spreadsheet. So whatever you type here will be able to be affected on this one. So first quarter, let's say you went out for census to count the number of people. So what you'll be able to do is you write the number of the compounds. So maybe this is Dallas. How many people did we find? Maybe there were 500. then we have another one. So if you check here, they are changing. So if I type dollars, it has changed to what G that. Then the second part there will be what G, maybe Chinwin in this case. You type in Chinwin. How many people there? Maybe we are saying 1000. So automatically again it change. So the names are changing and the portions of the circle also are changing. So even in Microsoft PowerPoint, you are able to insert charts. Then that is saying click to add the title. Just command and add the title, maybe census. So just say census. There you go. You have come up with what? A chart, a pie chart. So this is how we may be able to insert some other tools on our PowerPoint presentation. So thank you very much again for your time.